Welcome to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also, SRG Financial Advisors, Serdike Yamaha, Polylift Boat Lifts, and Rough Water Docks. And you can see we're here at Camdenton, home of the Lakers, and the man, the myth, the legend, head coach Jeff Shore. How's Coach Shore today?
All right, little rough weekend there after Friday night, but we'll rally, recover, and get ready to go back to practice.
Absolutely. First loss of the season. You were 8-0 going into that last game of the regular season. Ran into a buzzsaw in Glendale. That was a really good Glendale team.
Yeah, I talked about in the interview before, they're very dangerous.
Yeah.
The way they run their offense, and got a really good defense. Very physical, very big up front, and they played very hungry, and I thought we were maybe a little flat-footed, overall. Still could have won the game, but overall probably wasn't our best performance. So hopefully we can take that and make a positive out of it and get ready to go for districts.
I've talked to some of the best NFL coaches, and to a coach, they've said sometimes it's good to lose because it wakes our guys up and it lets them know we're not invulnerable. Is that a case here, maybe?
Well, I hope, for sure. I don't ever like to lose. I don't ever think that's a good deal. You'd rather make the corrections, win and make the corrections. But sometimes, it's human nature to let things slide a little bit, or maybe not cover the details. And then when it costs you, then it kind of slaps you in the face and gets you going. So I think our guys will react to that well, for sure. And that's what we're going to focus on is getting better.
One of the best seasons ever for Camdenton football. 8-0 going into that last one, 8-1, which is still fantastic. I mean, you really couldn't ask for a whole lot more for your final season.
No, it's been a really great season. We're super positive about it. Very disappointed to lose that one, for sure. Our kids are. I mean, they care very much about it. They put a lot of time, effort, and energy into it. So, I think it hurt us, no doubt about it. But like you said, hopefully it'll inspire us a little bit too, and make some corrections we need to make, and make sure that we're playing our best football, hopefully coming into this next ball game. So
let's start with the positives. What did you like about Friday night? What was good?
I felt like we started off really well. Got up 21-0 and played hard, and then kind of regrouped there. We kind of lost some momentum and came back and really should have won that football game. I fault myself there. A couple of things there down there by the goal line. We should have got one more stab at it there on a running play, and one more chance there to seal it right there. And then I made a really bad call on the two-point conversion. You need to have a two-way go on that, and we kind of was a one-and-done deal. And so you go back and look at yourself coaching-wise. There's some things that you can do better. So I feel like we can, definitely do some things better on the defensive end as well. I don't feel like we played as good as we could. So I think the positive is I think we can play a lot better. And, hopefully that would make a better outcome.
Absolutely. I've known you for like 4 years. After every loss, I've heard you say, I did that bad, or I could have done that better, every time.
Well, and that's the way you feel, what are you here for if that's, not the way you feel? And I truly feel like that. There was, 3 things in that ball game that I could have done to win the ball game. Now, that doesn't mean we don't need to go back and make corrections in a ton of areas, but you got to be honest with yourself and feel like if you can't change it, who can? That's my job.
Right.
So, definitely things I could do better. And so it starts there, and then you really make corrections there, and then it allows everyone else to see what they feel like they can do as a collaborative effort to get better.
Well, that's probably one of the many reasons why everybody loves you, though, too, is that you'll take the deficiencies onto yourself instead of throwing them onto the kids.
100%. And like I said, there is no doubt that there were some things in that ball game that I could have done that we would come out winners in that ball game.
Okay, so that's in the past. Coming up, we've got the playoffs. We'll take a look at what the Lakers have coming up when we come back on the High School Football Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a Rough Water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show. We're here with Camdenton Lakers head coach Jeff Shore. Okay, so coach, you guys earn yourself a first week bye in the playoffs by winning the conference 8-1. So you get to sit back this week and kind of see how the rest of the district plays out. We do.
Normally I don't like a bye, but I like it this week. We need it. We're a little beat up, to be honest with you. Some things we haven't talked about because I really didn't want to make any excuses, but we're a little injured in some spots. Nothing I don't think that's extremely serious, but this time of year, normally I like to play, but I think the bye will do us good this year. So we're really going to look forward to that, heal up a little bit, get some rest. So we really hopefully got a lot of energy and a lot of just great emotion going into the district play.
Absolutely. There's always positives and negatives. Positive, you get to rest up, hopefully heal up a little bit. Negative might be, do you lose a little bit of the momentum or something like that?
Yeah, you always want to play a game. I mean, you only get so many, so you want to play. But in this case, I think, of all the years we've had, and we've had several years we've had byes, first round byes, in my tenure. So, and I've never really liked them, but this year I think is actually a positive for us. So we're really going to use that and try to use it to our benefit.
Right, so looking at the district standings, you're number 1, Lebanon's number 2, Springfield Central number 3, which is a little wacky because they played a real easy schedule this year. Then you got Glendale at 4, Rolla, Waynesville, and Branson. And I think the way things are looking, you would play the Rolla-Glendale winner in week 2.
That's correct. So we may turn around, right around and play Glendale. I anticipate that's what we'll do. So, you can't really practice for anyone yet, so we'll kind of prepare for both those teams and then really hone in on it as soon as we know on Friday night who the winner is. So I anticipate it to be Glendale, but that's you never know. Like you said, that's why you throw it out there and you play a game.
Yeah, that's a tough district. All of a sudden, the Glendale team that has caught fire and probably a lot of confidence after knocking you guys off, and they would have to come back to Camdenton. Is that a good thing for a team like yours, like the Lakers, wanting to get a little bit of revenge, maybe?
I don't know if it's good, bad. It is what it is, So we got to be ready. At this time of year, it doesn't matter who you play.
Yep.
I feel like as the number 1 seed, our road probably isn't as easy to get the district title as what it normally would be. You mentioned Central. They play a very odd schedule, of very, very small schools. I think the biggest school they play is Buffalo this year, So they were able to kind of capitalize on that. So they're a mystery. I don't know. Logic would tell you that they haven't played a lot of good competition. So we'll see how that all shakes out. But whoever it is, we got to play them. This time of year, you got to keep winning to keep playing. So it doesn't matter who it is.
The good news is you've got home field advantage, so you would have Rolla or Glendale at home. If you can get by them, you would have probably Lebanon at home again. That'd be 2 rematches in the district.
It would be. More than likely that's what it'll be. That's what we're anticipating. So, and like I said, the good thing is they're both home games, though.
Yeah, and you've been ranked in the top 10, in the top 5 all year long. The players have that confidence that they're one of the best?
Yeah, they do, for sure. I feel like and they feel like we're really hard to beat. No one is unbeatable, but I feel like we're hard to beat. And like I said, I think this last game, will help us put some things in perspective and really get on a mission here as we go into the extra, the postseason play. Okay, Coach Jeff Shore as they go into the bye week. Coming up next, we're going to travel across town, go over to Osage, talk with the Indians head coach Shannon Jolly, see what's up with the Indians.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Polylift Boat Lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We got time to build boat lifts. We build Polylifts.
And welcome back to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center. As you can see, we've made our way over here to Osage, home of the Indians. We've got head coach Shannon Jolly, and we've got a special guest this week that Coach Jolly has brought with him. Who do we have here, Coach?
Chris, we got Jake Evans. He's our head strength and conditioning coach. So he's the guy that's working in the weight room all the time, 8 hours a day actually with all of his classes, and helps with our D-line. But Jake and I have been good friends for a long time, but I felt you kept bringing up how strong and fast we looked on the field.
Yep.
So I figured I would bring in the guy that's responsible for that.
Wow, okay, yeah. As I was mentioning to you, I think on one of our weekly shows here, the California game, I noticed you guys just out-muscled them, out-powered them. First time in 4 years of me watching Osage football that I had seen that. And you said, yeah, credit that guy. So tell us, Coach, how do you do that? How do you strengthen a team to just be able to be stronger than the other team like that?
Well, the guys at the end of the day they've put in tons and tons and hours of hard work. We've tried to create an atmosphere in our weight room where we're bringing up not only the people that we're training with, but the people that are training beside us, and it's almost turned into the type of environment where it's like iron sharpens iron, and the people beside me keep working harder, and that makes me as an individual work harder, and we're all about raising that collective whole.
Yeah.
And we feel like the more we focus on that, the better our teams are going to be overall.
Absolutely. So when you see somebody like me, you can tell I'm a lifter. No doubt that I've got the reps in, right? Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. But it's interesting, Coach Jolly, because you get the credit for wins, you take the brunt for losses, but a lot of the thing that helps you be a winner or a loser are coaches like this that help the kids get stronger.
Well, we've got a lot of great coaches on staff, guys that do a lot of things behind the scenes, but I don't think any more than that weight room all summer long. What Coach Evans won't tell you is he volunteered all summer for, to be with the middle school, because we're trying to get everybody to learn the proper technique and the safety and the proper principles that we're looking for. But Jake and I have been friends for a long time, and so when I had the opportunity to come back, I knew Jake was here. And, just recently he's achieved his national certification in strength and conditioning, and he's done all the right things to set himself up professionally to be successful. But the best part about him is, man, from when that bell rings in first hour to eighth hour, I think there's about 250 kids that come through there to get influenced by him every day, and he gets after it. He's better than I was. He's better than I am. And that's what's cool about having him on staff is learning a little bit from him, but watching, the way he influences kids throughout a daily basis.
Absolutely. So it's strength and conditioning. So you help guys get stronger, and gals, I'm sure. And the conditioning part of it, how do you do the conditioning?
Well, it's built in with our timing-based system. We're sort of training them on intervals, which has the conditioning aspect built in. But then Coach Jolly and the other coaches do a great job when they're out of season doing their more sport-specific stuff. I'm training heart rate zones and strength up there, and then the coaches for sport are taking their guys in the off-season and training them for that individual sport. So it's not me, it's us. It's the things that we all do year-round that are producing the results that we're starting to see today.
Well, that's a good feeling, isn't it, when you start seeing all that hard work off the field starting to pay off on the field?
Yes, it is, because there's some times when the light at the end of the tunnel is a long ways away, and staying the course and staying patient and keeping the kids' confidence up and keeping the faith is sometimes tough when you're not getting necessarily the results that you're after. Let's say in year 1, year 2, but
yeah,
now they're pretty much balled in and they believe in what we're doing, and it's replicable. We can do it year after year after year, and like Coach said, we're getting that installed in the middle school so that we're going to have senior classes here pretty soon to have 5 and 6 years of our style of training, which is going to be really nice.
Oh man, that is so cool. All right, so if you've been wondering how the Indians have gotten so much stronger this year, there you go.
Not me.
Yeah, well, he's a big part of it too. So we'll talk more about what lays ahead for the Indians in the playoffs when we come back on the COMC High School Football Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Lori. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Lori. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. Welcome back to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show here at Osage, home of the Indians, winners of 6 in a row. They close out the regular season with a big 52-0 win over Versailles. Good way to end the regular season, Coach.
Yeah, I was super proud of our coaches and our players. Managing a game like this can sometimes get sloppy and difficult at times. I thought our coaches had a great plan, and I thought our kids handled, when you have a game that's not balanced, it's difficult sometimes and you can get out of character. And so I was really proud of our kids in handling their business early in the first half and getting a lot of other kids a chance to play.
Fantastic. Okay, so the 6-game win streak has earned you a bye in the first week of the playoffs. 2 teams in your district with byes, you and Reed Springs, I believe. Mm-hmm. So you get to sit back this week and kind of watch the rest of the district play. Do you like having that week off to rest and get healthy? You love me to ask you this question every week. Or do you miss having that game to keep it rolling?
You know me well enough to know to sit around and watch somebody else do something is excruciating for me. I was hoping we could play. We're not going to question winning or losing, but I was hoping we could play this week. Every time we've seen to play, we've gotten better, so it only makes sense for us to keep playing. And we're healthy, so we don't necessarily need a week. We're going to make sure this week is not a bye week or a week off. I've heard people say it's a week off. It's everything, but we're going to make it pretty rigorous this week. Mm-hmm. When people look at it being a week off, I look at it as another week to train harder, because then we got another week to recover fully and get prepared for the winner of that contest. So, at this point, winning 6 in a row and being 6-3, we'll play anywhere, anytime.
There you go. And I think, looking at the brackets, you will play the winner of the Buffalo-Clinton game. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you know much about those guys, or you still have to look at some film when whoever wins?
Yeah, not yet. I mean, we actually jamboreed with Buffalo, and so we've seen a little bit of each and like that stuff. But, I'm always adamant about not getting ahead of ourselves. And so we'll watch film and prepare. We've got a nice rhythm. It's obviously working okay. So we're not going to change a lot of preparation up. But this week's going to be key for us to train our kids to get better as Osage Indians. And then when the time comes, we'll get into the film and start looking at some of the things that we need to prepare for.
And if things go according to plan, it looks like you and Reed Springs are the teams to beat there. You would have to play if you both make it to the district finals on the road.
And we just keep going that direction. What we'll do is we'll get Friday. We're going to have a bye week on Friday. We're going to work on Friday. We're going to go down to scout Buffalo and Clinton. And then when we find out our opponent, we're going to work on them. And then, if we're fortunate enough to play somebody that next week, it's going to be awesome.
Amen. All right. So next week here on the Coaches Show, we'll know who you're playing and we can talk about that.
That'll be better for you, won't it?
Absolutely. So that is your COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center. Also, SRG Financial Advisors, our veterinary, Surdike Yamaha, Polylift Boat Lifts, and the great folks at Rough Water Docks.